Hey guys, it's Andrew here with Great Vacs, and today we're going to show you a video on how to replace the belt on your Rainbow vacuum power nozzles. This is going to work from the older D4 SE models all the way up to the newest E2 black model that you see over here. Before we get too into it, make sure that the power heads are disconnected from the vacuum and nothing's plugged in. And also you're going to want to make sure you have a flathead screwdriver and a Phillips head screwdriver. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. Alright, first we're going to start with the E-Series black model, which is this head right here. So this one, it's going to be a little bit more complicated than the other guys, but it's still very simple. So go ahead and flip the power nozzle over to the bottom side here. And if you see there's this little tab here, you have to unlock this just with a flathead screwdriver. So you'll turn it to the unlock position. And now you're ready to take the bottom plate off. So to take the bottom plate off, you've got a tab here, a tab here, a tab here, and a tab here. To take those off, you're going to want to start with these two side tabs. So take your finger and press up on this bottom plate with that finger and press this tab over to the side and it'll pop up. And then go to this side and do the same thing. Just press up and then push that tab to the side and you'll see that side pop up. And then you're going to take these two tabs here and just pull them towards you and then lift the bottom plate up and the bottom plate will lift right up. And then you can just take the bottom plate off. Now you just need to take the brush roll off. So if your belt's broken, this will be a little bit easier. If you're just replacing the belt because it's worn out and it's starting to slip, it's all the same procedure either way. So take the brush roll and you just lift it up and you'll see this whole end piece lift up here, and do the same to the other side. And once you've done that, then you just need to unhook the belt from the motor down here. Once you've done that, you can take the whole brush roll out and then the belt just comes right off. Alright, now that we have the brush roll off, go ahead and remove the old belt, and to put a new belt on, you just slide it over the end of the brush roll like that. Make sure it lines up with these grooves on the end of the brush roll, and then now you just need to hook this end of the belt onto the end of the motor shaft. So take the belt, hook it on the end of the motor shaft, make sure it's all the way down and aligned with the grooves on the motor shaft, and then you just need to reinstall the brush roll. So on the brush roll you've got these spinning bristles. Those go towards the front of the head just like this. And to hook those in, you just align these little hooks down with the slot down here on the head, and then it just falls right into place. And then you just do the same thing on this end. So you take the hook on the end of this little plate, hook it down into the bottom plate there, and then everything just falls into place. Once you've done that, you're ready to go ahead and install your bottom plate again. Simply just align the bottom plate back into place, snap it down in, and then lock your tab into place, and then you're done. Now you've got a new belt installed. Alright, next up we've got the E-Series power nozzle. This is going to work for the E-Series 1-speed all the way up to the E-Series blue 2-speed model. It's going to be the same way for either of those. So on this one, go ahead and flip it over, and this one's a little bit easier. You've got just this one locking tab here. Just turn it counterclockwise with a flathead screwdriver. Once you've unlocked that tab, you've just got these two tabs here. You just press them in and then pull the plate right up. Nice and simple. And then to access the belt, you've got this belt cover here. Just pop that up. And then you have access to the belt and the motor shaft down here. So if the belt's broken, this brush roll will come out a lot easier. If you still have a belt on it, still not a big deal. Just grab the brush roll and pull it up and out of place just like that. And then unhook the belt from the motor shaft. Take your belt off, go ahead and put the new one back on. Just line it up with the center here. And then you're going to take the belt and install it onto the motor shaft. So hook it onto the motor shaft just like this. And if you guys can see down in there, it's hooked onto the shaft. And then you can just take the brush roll and just pop it into place. Just align the sides up with the mounts on the head and everything will pop right in. And then you can even spin the brush roll a couple times by hand just to align everything. Go ahead and snap your belt cover back down, and then your bottom plate snaps back down into place. And then go ahead and lock that tab again by turning it clockwise, and then you're done. Now we're going to show you guys how to replace a belt on the D4 and SE power nozzles. This also works on the older D3 model as well. First thing you're going to want to do is just flip the head over, and then you got two Phillips head screws right here. Go ahead and remove those. And then once you've removed those, the plate just lifts right off. Go ahead and set that to the side. And then here's where your belt's at. So to take the belt off, you can simply just grab it with your thumb and pull it off to the side there. Once you've done that, the brush roll easily lifts right out. Take the belt and unhook it from the motor shaft. And then your new belt can just go on the exact same way. And take the brush roll and just slide it right down into place. And if you see these end pieces, they're tapered. The tapered side goes down into the power head just like that. Go ahead and take your belt, hook it on the motor shaft first, and then take your two thumbs and hook the belt around the end pulley, just like that. And then go ahead and spin it a couple times to make sure it's seated properly. And then that's pretty much it to install the belt. Now just take your bottom plate and hook it on the front of the head right here, just like that. Make sure these wheels are all lined up into these slots, and then the head will just fold down into place, and you just put your screws in and you're done.